drill some escapes since we got a lot of new folks in here. We're going to start side control. All right. So first and foremost, I need to get my elbow on this hip. All right. So he's going to try to not let me do that. All right. So sometimes I can't just put my elbow down there. All right. So I need to make some movement. I need to get inside position. I can't let him have all the control here. All right. So I need to get my body, so something inside his hips, and then I also need to be framing inside so I have some control. All right. So he's out here. If he's real tight, I can move myself to the right and make space for that elbow. Okay. So he's got his hips tight. Can't get it in there. I can move out and get my elbow in. Okay. So once I have my arm in, do not put your hand on their hip because you're going to get your wrist broken. Okay? Because he's going to drop his hip on my wrist, which is no good for me. Okay? I don't want to have my elbow on it because he's going to pull my elbow up with his arm and take it away again. Okay? So I need to get my forearm in, and my hand's going to cup at his kidney or his hip bone here. Okay? I want to make it like I'm throwing a little bit, my forearm on his hip. Okay? Tight? Okay? Well, I've got that in there. Next, if I can get the inside position, I want to put it on his trap. Put my elbow or my forearm, sorry, underneath his neck. Can you see that all right? Here?
That's good.
Okay. So now, I need to really get his head from this side to this side in order for me to really move him. Okay? So, I'm going to work on bridging. Okay? I'm not bridging straight up, so hold me tight. What happens if I bridge straight up, like he comes back, he's not going anywhere. I can't turn him, okay? So I need to make an angled bridge. So turn, so you can see my leg. So I have my frames, okay? I'm gonna walk my hips out, right? I'm gonna drop my left knee down towards the mat a little bit. So now I have I'm gonna bridge to my left, okay? So he's on me, okay? Now I'm gonna bridge to move. Okay, now I can drop that knee through. All right, stay down. So from here, I can work my elbow. Right leg is going to trap his leg, either stand on top or hook it. Now, lift up. My leg is across. Okay, so I have my frames here. I'm going to work on getting like the underhook here so he can't push my knee down. Okay, here. I'm going to lift, get my foot to the mat, come out on my other hip, and make that circle, okay? So we're going to drill this escape first. You guys see that all right? Okay. Get my frames here. Again, I'm not bridging up, because by the time I try to drop my knee in, he's going to block it with his hip. Okay, so tight. Okay, I'm going to scoot out. Right, see how I'm already making room for that knee? That's what I'm looking for. Okay, so tight with that hand. So I move out, angled bridge. Okay, now I go here, knee through. Okay, my foot should be above my knee, so I'm dropping my knee down. Okay, so I can slip it in there. Okay, start to square. Okay, drop the foot to the mat, hip escape. Get my guard back, okay? Any questions? Anybody? I know it seems like a bunch, but for example, you've been here a couple weeks now. Hard to get out from there, right? It's like you're stuck, right?
Yeah.
And let me guess, you're trying to bridge them, right?
Yes.
It's not working, right?
Not easy.
Okay. So, it's a lot of stuff, but we have to use that body mechanic, okay? So that bridge, instead of me going this way, you're just gonna end up on top of me again, right? Angle, bridge. Get on that shoulder. So if y'all watch Courtney, that's what he's doing. Biggest guy in here, but that's how he bridges. He's not just throwing you up straight, right? So, angle bridge here, okay? With my frames in place, okay? And then what I'm looking to do is from that position is my foot needs to be above the knee. Drop the knee towards my elbow that's framing on his hip, okay? These two things should be touching. All right, does that make sense? Those are the frames that I'm going to use to make space and work my way back into a guard, okay? One more time. Here. All right, so I have this frame in here. Got me good? There you go, get me like in the end, okay. Now, try to walk my hips away a little bit, angle down, okay? Now I'm gonna bridge. Here, that knee, okay? So from here, my left hand, scoot over a little bit. Sorry, stay on top. My frame's in, lift up. My frame on his hip and my knee are touching, my elbows to my knee. Okay, stay tight. Okay, so now I push at the hip, square up, okay? Foot comes down, hip up, circle my legs, okay? We want to end up back in closed guard. All right? Everybody good? Any questions? Yes?
What were you doing again if they don't give you that neck frame? If they're super tight.
So your arm's not in there?
Yeah, yeah.
Even better. Well, not necessarily better, but same thing applies. They need to get his head on that other side. Okay? So, is that all right? Okay. So, he's got my arm on this side. Okay? Same thing applies. Here, I'm going to club.
Okay.
As I bridge. Okay? Ready? Mm-hmm. Okay? Now I'm back in there. Full disclosure, it might be better. But there's also a liability of leaving your arm out there.
Yeah.
Okay, so you gotta be mindful of that. As far as him attacking. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because he can hop.
Especially if you got a pretty good bridge or you're a bigger person, you can really get them moving with that bicep. Okay? But I'm gonna bridge hard and club with that arm. Okay? But if he isolates that arm and attempts to attack it, it can be a liability. Right? So defensively, I'm probably better inside. All right? You got to play with both. Right? Courtney gets you with that arm on the outside, it might not be good. Right? So you have to kind of play with both. If you can get the inside position, it's probably safer from a defensive standpoint. Maybe not quite as effective on your bridge. All right? All right, get your partners. We're going to drill that about 10-15 minutes, and then we'll add something to it, just a passing drill, kind of like we've been doing the last couple weeks. All right, 1, 2, 3. Double pants grip on the Toriendo. We just want time. I want to get the knees in. I'm outside of his toes, okay? So we're just going to drill this for time and getting some reps at higher speed, right? If you're new to it, we'll go slow, but I want to get just on the inside here, knees up, okay? If he pushes and tries to extend me, his legs, they're going to go down and I'm coming around, all right? So we'll make our adjustments for that. He doesn't want to keep his legs long, okay? So I'm going to work on not letting them connect, okay? Up here, and I want to work on my big step out, all right? And then we're going to work on our pass. Here, drive, okay? Okay, both of these, all right? I'm on his knee, on his hip with my knee. Okay, from here, I'm going to drop into side control. All right, now we're going to work that same, from that pass, we're going to work that same mount attack. Okay, or transition from side control to mount. So he's framing, right? He's going to do what we just did, okay, if I sit here. So I need to beat this right away, okay? So once I'm down here, I'm going to come up underneath it. See how his elbow's away from his body already? My knee comes up, knee to the mat. When my knee hits the mat, look at my foot, it's still hooking his hip. Okay? I am not bringing this leg around. He's got to catch it. Okay? So once I pass, here, knee to the hip, down, I controlled, I scored, elbow up, right? He's framing. Knee to the mat, start to walk that up. Windshield wipe, take him out. Okay? Go right to it off the pass. So here. All right. Drop. He's framing. I open up. Knee through. I'm just sliding it over his belt, okay? Once his elbow's exposed, it's gonna be more difficult for him to deal with his foot. Windshield wipe, time out, finish there. Okay. Any questions? What I want to build and why I keep showing this stuff over and over and over, at least in drill format, is no processing time. I just want to do it. Right? As soon as I get that pass, I know where I want to go. I don't want to have to sit there and think about it. Once I've made my position here and I've scored with the pass, I want to immediately be advancing. Okay? Got that underhook, start to walk that up. Now I've mounted, scored again. Okay? And I'm going to have his elbow exposed for me to attack it. All right? Any questions? We're going to do that for time. If you're new to it, take your time. Don't worry about how many you get. If you've been doing it for a while, get some pace to it. Okay? Advance quickly, score, get to mount. All right? 1, 2, 3.